This address is targeted at the Nigerian diaspora, particularly in the US and Europe. We have a situation in the homeland directly responsible for why more than 3/4 of you are out there. Many who have been out for 20 years plus will have been, at the time they were traveling in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, they were, most just wanted to go to get education when standards and all kinds of things started to go wrong here and come back. But where is the homeland to return to now? Everything has gone worse. But while there has been a strategic plan to rescue that homeland from the occupation of the monster operating in the name of Nigeria that died in 1986. But now, somebody took the garment of that Nigeria, pretending to be that Nigeria, the Caliph, the Fulani, and they've managed to impose a constitution that render us slaves in our homeland, and everything that could get bad had gotten bad, everything that could get worse has gotten worse. The only thing remaining is for the whole place to now burst into some kind of a Somalia. At a time of distress like that, you will expect that the diaspora of such a community, those who are in the safety of maybe transatlantic or trans-Pacific abode, will come with a sense of responsibility into what is being done. Connect with those who are on the front lines, in what the US will call the ground zero of it. But that hasn't been the case largely. That hasn't been the case with the Nigerian diaspora, particularly for, I speak for NINAS. I speak for Nigerian Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination, the South and the Middle Belt. That hasn't been the case for, in the main, except for a few that are clear-minded amongst our diasporans. What we have found out is that it is these same diasporans that are, working hand in glove with those political merchants in Nigeria, governors and senators and presidents, all kinds of people that come to ruin the lives of other people. It's our diasporans that is their first port of call for where they go to, invest what they've taken away. They send their children to school there, they have guardians, and in all of what they are doing wrong, which, we're trying to, arrest, those people, their friends out there, the diaspora, don't stand with the effort to solve the problem. And what's their reason? Most of the time, you see, when rogue elements then are, either they are standing with the politicians that are upholding and defending a constitution that then gives us democracy of lion and goat. They will be standing with the rogue Biafra franchise, people who just decide to scam other people in the name of Biafra restoration. And our people began to contribute money, began to clap and cheer in a scam that has been shown to be a scam 1 million times over. We saw that it was on account of what they have been promised by those criminals. Oh, you're going to be finance minister. You're going to be foreign ambassador of Biafra. In the case of Nigeria, their CV, our people in the diaspora, their CVs are flying all over Abuja, all over the state capitals. At times, the people they send those CVs to, they call us to mock us, to say, your people, all of you thought they are with you in what you are saying because they come to run their mouth. Look at what they are asking us to do for them. They sneak into Abuja. They sneak into the state capitals. The governors come to their homes and all that. These are the kind of things that have been going on. And they're causing heavy setbacks for us here. At times we come to Washington or other places, the UN, to pursue our campaign, and the foreigners, the people, the very people who have authority to deal with the subject matter, are pointing to us what our people are doing and saying that are almost the opposite of what need to be done, and they are ashamed of what our people are doing out there in terms of not being a part of how we are struggling to solve the problem. They're always on the wrong side. Either they are siding with the Nigerian politician, or they're siding with the criminals that are advertising Odua Republic or Biafra Republic, doing absolute trash, absolute nonsense in all of that. They never want to connect with the authentic thing that is engaging the source of the problem and the people that are causing the problem. The constitution is the source of the problem. The politicians are the ones reinforcing the problem. They stand with the enemy. They define what they present what we have as democracy. They gather in Washington to say, oh, say about democracy. Election is coming. We say, let's not go to election under this constitution. They were busy marketing the candidates that will reinvent the human creation under this constitution, doing the exact opposite of what will solve the problem all the time. And so some of them, some of our people in diaspora may not know that they are wrong, but the NINAS will appeal that you examine what is going on. There's the example of the Jews to copy from. It was the diaspora that had to put their heads together when Ben-Gurion and others had gone to take the risk of trying to reassert their homeland, to recover the homeland. It was the diaspora that eventually 6 men got into a hotel room and put $1 million on the table each, and it became $6 million, by which that was because they were following. They didn't go to start their own campaign, the type of government in exile we see here and there, both the ones of Biafra and the ones of Odua Republic. Where do we count some crazy heads turn up to say, oh, Nadeko, democracy? Which democracy? Do we have democracy in Nigeria under this constitution? That you are going to bother the internet? The people you are going to protest, the people you are going to worry, the people you are going to ask to help you, to say, oh, mandate lost, America, come and help us to install our man. They are shocked at you, because they know they had the discipline to listen. You hadn't the discipline to listen. Therefore, most of you do not even know what the problem is. You think we have democracy that has to be sustained. Looking for good leader. You are impeding, those who are doing these things we are talking about are impeding the task on ground. We do not have democracy. We are not fighting for them. We are fighting for liberation. It's a liberation struggle, not a struggle for democracy. The ones who are talking Nadeko was wound up in 1999. Nadeko was wound up. I attended the meetings where those who had to decide said, look, because some of our compatriots had gone to join the government without settling the question of constitution, let us allow them, but we are not going to use that name so they don't get us mixed up with themselves. We proceeded in the name of So anybody who turns up in anywhere today, particularly in the US, to say it's Nadeko, is an impostor. But when we tell you and you say, oh, democracy, we say we don't have democracy. If there was democracy, if Nigeria was working well, why are you living in exile? And we're doing something that can restore the place so that you can have a place to return to. The children who were born there are not coming back here because the whole place is where's the Nigeria they will return to now. And we're struggling to reverse the situation. You are impeding it by what you are doing. So we plead with you to please, please, please leave aside what you thought before. Examine what we have on the table. We've articulated the problem for what it is. We've articulated the solutions that are being pursued, not theory. If you refuse to look at all of that, and you are going with the plan of the enemy to pretend we are a democracy and that it's just a matter of new leadership, Nigeria is disputed. October 1st will come now. There will still be some of you that will go and do parade in Nigeria. That will be great. Ignorance is not a strategy. Neither is it a viewpoint. People are being killed. And you're not bothered about that. You're throwing your CV, your resume around. The governors call us. The people in the presidency call us to say, look at your people. Let us please take a second look at what we're doing. Determine whether we're on the side of our people that are seeking liberation from bondage, or on the side of the enemy that's keeping them in bondage. Enough said. Thank you.